First and foremost, thank you so much for bringing in this, exclusive points, which I feel are very important to really, understand and to take into account. So I would just like to ask you one follow-up question to this. As you mentioned about the global scenario, what do you think? What are the prospects of job opportunities that you see in the infrastructure industry from your experience? And what are the kind of job scenarios that are emerging?
Look, with growth of infrastructure, requirement or job prospects will always rise. But yes, students should have the right skill set that is required to succeed or to get a job in infrastructure sector. That is required. Like sometimes a student could be getting job in contractual framework. So what are the clauses, what are the components that have to be included as a part of a contract that a student should know? If a student wants to get a job or skills like financial management or financing any project, knowledge of financial modeling is required. And if someone wants to get job inside like construction field, project management, how artificial intelligence or how digital transformation can help a project manager to complete a project in the right time. Because one of the challenge I might not have highlighted earlier is cost overrun and time overrun that is frequently happening in most of the infrastructure development project across all the developing countries. So we have to use technology, be it AI for proper decision making, have to be used so that this sort of cost overrun or time overrun doesn't take place. So right skill set are required to get the right job within the infrastructure sector.
Thank you so much, sir, for bringing in, such important points. Now, if I could just quickly ask, following from what Professor Abhishek mentioned, I would like to now go back to Dr. Anil for, like, what do you feel, sir? What are the academic prospects in terms of the skill building, which the infrastructure industry is looking for from the university students, and how academic institutions can actually help preparing the students for this kind of, future challenges that's coming up?
Sorry, sir. We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Okay, sorry. So there is basically there is a three, we can group all the skill set into three parts. First is the technical part, second is the financial, commercial or techno-commercial part, and fourth and then third is the regulatory part. So these are the three basic component for any management graduate to take any decision. And for the infrastructure also, we have to take the all three parts. Suppose the what are technology is coming, we should at least guide the students what kind of technology led. So for example, a smart city is coming. So in our paper in urban infrastructure, we will guide what are the technology required for a smart technology. For some your something are coming in the power sector, then we will guide them what are the renewable energies are coming, what is the electrical vehicle. So these all technology part. Second, there is a project used to be financial viable. For any investor, the project should be viable. If project is not viable, nobody is going to invest the money. But most of the infrastructure project are itself not financial viable. So they required a socio-economic viability, techno-economic viability. So for that techno-economic viability, we have to see what are their output, how the, suppose I'm giving one example, no metro rail in the world are financial viable except two. One is London Metro Rail, London Tube Rail, other is Shanghai. London is the old, so their payback has already gone, so they are the financial viable. But and your the Shanghai is the number of volume is very high. So no, but what is the model? That model we will teach. There are two type of model. One is your financial model, which is getting from tariff, from the direct business. Other is indirect business through mall, through advertisement we are getting. So this type of financial modeling is required for any infrastructure project, because infrastructure project 90% project is not viable. but they are required for development of country. Suppose a road, I cannot get payback period road in 5 years. It will be 50 year take. So these kind of different structure, why we are giving them your what are the government help, what are the normal help. These all we are also giving regulatory value. What are the regulation there? So our course has the three component very balanced. Suppose you are working in a road project as engineer. You know the technology, but you don't know the techno commercial points. You don't know the your financial viability. You don't know the regulatory. Suppose you are a advocate. You are working in a law firm. You know the regulatory, but you don't know the these things. So in our course curriculum, we have balanced all these things, and basically we are preparing them for managerial decision. What are the managerial decisions they will take, and based upon the managerial decision they can also specifically talk about the infrastructure sector especially. So our course has the all kind of material. Particular we are taking care of all three type of viability: technical viability, commercial or financial viability, or socio-economic viability, and regulatory viability. The social viability is everything we are taking care in our course curriculum, and whatever we are talking to the students other than course material, we are talking that. We have a very good, well prepared course material supported by our teacher classroom interaction, as well as the faculties available on phone. Whenever somebody has some doubt, he can call, he can get a time, he can get it clarified. So these are the methodology we are following, very sincerely following in UPS. So that is there. And we include every part. We include whatever needed, everything has been included. We include the social and rural infrastructure. We have included contract management. We have included project management. We have included financial management. We have included your urban infrastructure. We have included about to rural infrastructure. We have what is the basic infrastructure. See what is the enterprise development management. What is the IT tool required? These days, a lot of IT tool required for that. Everything has been included in this curriculum, and we are talking to you, we are talking to the students, we are giving material, and we are also giving them help how they can enrich their knowledge. If they have any doubt, we are clarifying the doubt. So that is the way we are talking about the course material, and we are very sincerely doing all these things. So that is a very good part. The delivery part is very well organized by UPS, CC, and that is why we are giving them perfect. I'm giving one example. All the head of the state in Uttarakhand, the head of PWD, engineer in chief, the head of rural activity, the head of your UJVNL, everyone has done EMBA from UPS. And because of one of the course what we have taught in them, even your minor irrigation, all the head of department has done EMBA from our institution, and we are proud that they are heading the department different. So that is the one. We are also teaching them leadership, how to lead the department. Suppose you are a manager, what is your role will be as a general manager in the infrastructure sector. What suppose Abhishek has given one example like financing infrastructure. Financing infrastructure is going to be most crucial. The project between Bombay to Ahmedabad bullet train project has got finance at 0.1% per annum from JICA. So that part is very good. How we are going to get the project financing? These all we are talking with example, with the different. There is a government of India has amended your urban development rule, had done amendment in the constitution for your panchayati raj, for your urban local bodies. These all things we are talking in the class. So it is a well prepared course, well tested course, and I think who has coming to this area, there is a lot of strength in the area and lot of opportunity in the area, and as we are making their strength better and better, so that they can compete with anyone, and they can become a very well good leader for infrastructure development in the country and also at the global level. That is my. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for mentioning about the importance of, even the online education that's coming in. So, following on what you mentioned, sir, I would just like to ask that what are the new and innovative technologies that you see which infrastructure companies are investing in? And what do you think are their business goals for the future while going into this changing dynamics of this future?
Yes, very your question is very relevant. These days, every everywhere we are going for the new technology. For example, I'm giving a starting from the power. In the transmission sector, we are going for a smart grid. In the your road sector, we are going for the automation. We are utilizing the wastage. We are not utilizing the what are the wastage collected in Delhi. Those wastage are going to utilize. So not for the technology, for the material we are going for new material. Second, as IT is one of the best thing which happened to these days for managing a project. Artificial intelligence, big data, IoT, these all are applied for tool. In project management, we are applying the your MSP, MS project, and as well as Primavera. These all things are applied for manage the project. Abhishek has told that most of the project there is a cost overrun, there is a time overrun, so project become unviable. So that is why these days we are utilizing the modern tool to check and balance the project. And thanks God, because of these tools, now India is performing project in time. That in the record time, Dehradun Delhi road is going to become. In the record time, metro rail is going to come. It is all because of the latest tool. We are utilizing the latest tool in IT, latest materials, latest technology, latest type of management. And all these things are going to change the smartness. The smart city, we are going for communication system, latest communication system. So these all things are going to change the entire things, and most important things which has Abhishek has touched. Nowadays, we are talking about the sustainability. What is the sustainability? Sustainability has a three feature. One is the economic development. The most important factor is economic development. Second is without harming the environment. So environment protection is second point. And third point, social justice and equity. So whatever project we are developing, we are trying to balance the environment. We are trying, although there is no development can be possible without damaging the environment. So we are trying to protect the environment, damage environment as minimum as possible, and also social justice and equity. So these points, that is why you have seen India is going to reduce, India is going to change its total power manufacturing from conventional thermal power to solar, wind, from your current petrol and diesel vehicles towards the your electric vehicle, charging infrastructure. A new fuel is coming, hydrogen. These all rural electrification we have completed. Connect has connected each and every town, each and every city, each and every village, as well as in on to 2019, each and every house in India has got connected. Now India has the electricity connectivity 99.9. What is, we have also connected almost each and every village with more than 500 population through Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. We have also provided each and every panchayat with your fiber optics. So what is our overall goal of infrastructure? We want to develop village at par with urban infrastructure. Why? What is, because our 60% population is living in village, 70% population is living village, and they are producing only 20% of GDP. Where 30% population in urban area, they are producing your 60% of GDP. And that is why we want to balance. India wants each and every village should have all parameter at par with the urban. Either it will be physical parameter or it will be soft parameter like school, your every financial system, banking, everything. That is why a lot of things we are doing in technology, lot of doing in the your raw material, lot of things are doing in your soft infrastructure, so that we will become a developed country within 20-25 years. That is our goal. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving, this response, which brings in all the different kinds of aspects that I'm talking about. Now, I would like to ask a question to Professor Abhishek, that we have been hearing a lot of talk, about moving towards greener future and sustainable future. How do you see that infrastructure companies are making this transition towards becoming, like much more energy efficient, and what are the kind of investments that you see around them?
Okay, first of all, there is a term that all should know is ESG, that is environmental, social, and governance. And it has been made mandatory by governments across the world that each and every company, including infrastructure companies, have to submit their ESG report each and every end of financial year, of course, and they have to give a proper plan that how they are helping government and also the environment in protecting from like greenhouse gas emission, reduction of carbon footprint, and everything. So that opportunity is there, and for that reason, students have to learn the skill set that are required in preparing a proper ESG audited report. And of course, as I've suggested earlier, most of the infrastructure projects are aligned with respect to sustainable development. With respect to that, we divide the project into two types: mitigation project and adaptation project. Adaptation project is how we can adapt with respect to climate change, and mitigation, reduction in greenhouse gas emission, like electric vehicles infrastructure that is being created in India. The objective is what? It is reduction of carbon footprint. And if I'm talking with respect to like construction of cyclone centers across our eastern and western coastal, it is an example of adaptation project. If I'm taking the example of rural development, we are planting mangroves across the coastal area just to protect ourselves from high tides during any sort of climate change event. So projects are coming up, all are aligned to sustainable development, and government is investing a lots of money, and private investors are also there. And especially like there are many funds. I like example which Anil sir has given, JICA, that is JICA. They are also giving fund, project fund, especially with a lower interest rate to all the social development projects also. And of course, for hard infrastructure also, Kuwait Fund, Canadian Pension Fund is one of the biggest fund that is being funding our renewable energy project, be it fund from our Norway pension fund. So all the projects are coming up, and the companies are aligning themselves with respect to, say, creating green environment, sustainable development. And one point that I just want to mention, if students can identify what is sustainable development goal 11 under 17 goals of United Nations SDG, it is creating sustainable cities. Smart cities are part of that objective. For that very reason, government of India have stated that they will be constructing 100 smart city just to achieve SDG 11, Sustainable Development Goal 11, that is to create sustainable cities and communities. Okay, so companies are doing themselves with respect to creating greenery, green environment, and of course sustainable development.
Thank you, Professor Abhishek, for mentioning this. I would like to now, come up with the same question to Professor Anil, if he would like to, add a few points on this same related to this green and sustainable infrastructure and how the companies are transitioning towards this.
Right. Yeah, thank you. And I'm just talking to you because a lot of fund is coming to India. But all the funds are coming, only you are providing a sustainable development. Got my point? Because there is a three type of country. One is developed country, other is developing country, and third is underdeveloped country. The developing country like India, China, Indonesia, Vietnam, South Africa, Brazil, they are progressing very fast. So in the developed country, the development has been already happened. They don't have ample scope to develop their country. For example, I have studied the requirement of energy in Japan. Japan has almost saturated in energy. Whatever extra energy they are needed, they are saving it through energy efficiency. So they don't require the energy. So a lot of funds are available from the developed country like India, like Japan, Germany, Norway, Denmark, your Canada, USA. A lot of funds are available because they have already developed their society, they have already developed their infrastructure. So funds are available. So whatever things we required funds for India, and they are ready to give. And what is the key? Suppose the normal I am going for any finance. There are two terms. One is what is your profit? What is the margin you are going to give me? And second is what is your way of payment? That is risk. Suppose if I can pay money in time, my rate will be lower. These are the two fundamental risk and return is the two fundamental for any financing activities. But nowadays there is a third things has been added by the developed country. They are not going to finance only for risk and return. They have added one more element, that is ethics. How you are going to sustain the society. So funds are available, but funds are not available for unethical way, for unsustainable way. Suppose JICA is going to give you money, but for the a project where you will reduce your carbon emission. You will reduce your carbon emission. Suppose I'm giving one example, you can understand. For thermal power project, getting a foreign fund, it is very difficult for a coal-based thermal power project. But for a solar project, ample fund is available. So that is why we are making our progress in the sustainable way, where we are also taking care of environment. Suppose we are cutting one tree, then we are going to add two tree, at least two tree, double of the tree, and some state triple of the tree will be added. Only you will allow to cut one tree. So that is climate has been changed, and it has changed because of three reasons. First, because of Paris Agreement. Paris Agreement, India has to reduce their CO2 emission, greenhouse gas emission by 30% in 2030. What is level in 2005? And because of that. Second, because of we are getting the lot of foreign funds, particular for infrastructure sector, but funds are available only for sustainable development. Third, we are also thinking of the global warming and all these. So we are also not trying to get the in the field where the sustainability and environment is damaged. So these are three. We are doing by your own. We are doing because of finance. We are doing because of we have signed the Paris Agreement. So everything going to be sustainable. So particular we have especially we have designed our course where one course is we are talking about the sustainable development, and we are talking about the society, rural, and all these. So that is part we have kept taking having balance in course in between urban development and rural development, between the social development and your urban and your technical development. We have taken enterprise management where we are talking about the IT and how we are utilizing all the modern tools. So there is a balance of the course, and that is why the UPS course is much better than whatever available globally. I'm not talking about India because we have done whatever required for a developing country. Suppose you can take a course in London, but that course is not applicable for the developing society. And 90% of development are coming in developing country like India, China, Indonesia, Vietnam, South Africa, Brazil, Argentina. These are the country, developing country. Only 10% development are coming in other country. And these 10 country are where 70-80% of global development is coming. And the other who are in the developed country, they don't know the situation. So that is why we are especially focused on sustainable development, because the funds are coming, because the investors are interested, because the country is interested. That is why. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for bringing in, some relevant examples of the contemporary times. So, speaking of, the course material. So, if I may just ask that, how do you feel as an professor of such a long experience, that how an online help MBA can help the students to stand out, and what kind of, pedagogical materials are used in UPS on or formal PCE to make professionals get the best out of this degree?
Sir, I will start from first of all. Most of the faculty here have the dual experience. They are academic experience as well they have industrial experience. For example, half of my career I am in the industries. Abhishek is also in industries. So we have a lot of mix of the faculty. So we have the industrial experience as well as we have the academic experience. So we are mixing our industrial experience in academic, and we are also bringing our experience and experience of our colleague to that. Second point, we are talking to different batches in past. Suppose if I have talked to the engineering chief of Uttarakhand regarding road development. So I am also learning from there. Faculty is also learning. And those material we are incorporating in the course material. First, so course material is a very good example where experience as well as your academic both are incorporated. What is different between our MBA and other MBA? Our MBA, you are talking MBA plus you are specialized in the your infrastructure. Your 60% course is common because you are going to be MBA, and 40% especially for the infrastructure. Got my point? So because of that, we have a lot of examples. Suppose and something is changing. Even that is not in the course material. We are in our class, we are going to add. Suppose a program will come. For example, Abhishek has given one program. We government of India want to connect each and every household through pipeline, water supply through pipeline. That is Pradhan Mantri Jal Jeevan Mission, and that will be done by 2026. So that scheme has come. Even suppose it is not in the course material, but we are going to talk. So we are going to update even beyond the course material, and that is why our course second we are having the case study method where we are talking some case and we are getting how why your smart city of Bhubaneswar is number one. So we are talking about that. So these are the things we are giving case study, we are giving academic part, we are giving experience learning. We are also getting one more thing. A lot of senior people like director, like MD are doing PhD at UPS. So they are doing PhD. Suppose one somebody is doing PhD, then we will got some material from them. Those material we are also utilizing for our course material. So there are three-way learning. One learning from ourselves, other learning between the students, and third learning from the experts that we are connecting in the classes whenever required. We are also talking to them. So that is the three-way learning. And first, the most important part is that teachers are ready. Teachers are ready to talk with you. Teachers are ready to live with you, because we are not talking, we are not thinking of teacher. We are also facilitator for those people. Suppose somebody is working somewhere, he has some problem, even for a department material, they can connect us. Okay. So that is the way we are talk. We are not only doing professionally, we are even taking personal care of each and every candidate who is associated with us in different course material. Thank you.
So thank you so much. I have got a few questions which I would like to ask you. So I have got one question from Mr. Vedant Sharma. Actually, a couple of questions. The first question that he's asking is that can digital transformation for infrastructure projects be defined kindly?
Yes, this question will be better answered by young people. So I request Abhishek Gosal. He will answer better than me. So Abhishek Ghoshal will answer the digital transformation because he is the teacher who is going to take the digital transformation. We have already talking digital transformation in the course called Enterprise Resource Management. So he will make better answer than me. So please.
Okay, thank you, Anil sir. Okay, uh, before I move towards digital transformation, we should understand one thing. Whenever we are talking with respect to infrastructure development, understand huge cost is involved. High capital investment is required. And whenever we are talking with respect to high capital investment, understand what will be our payback period. That if I'm investing, say, 1000 crore rupees right now, in how many years I will get my investment back? And here comes the application of what we say as digital transformation. Digital transformation helps us in reduction of operating cost. It will give us more revenue. It will help us in what we say as more resource utilization, optimization. So that are all required to make a infrastructure project succeed. Like if I'm taking example like project monitoring with help of drones. Earlier, all the most of the projects that used to be constructed in the rough terrains like in the Himalayan belt, how is to monitor? Some person had to travel to that area, observe that, then come back, report it. But if we can send some drones there, out there, they can monitor it from above the sky. They get a bird view out of it. And they can say, reply, give the real-time feedback that how the project is progressing. Also, when you are talking with respect to infrastructure, one of the challenges that come up is also creating a proper maintenance plan. Artificial intelligence will help us, especially the generative AI can help us in creating a proper maintenance plan also. So understand it is everywhere right now. Right now, we are sitting through mobile phone, through UPI, we are doing some sort of transaction of money. So understand if a project payment have to be done to a third party contractor, understand how UPI will be very much helpful. In the night, that payment could be done. Earlier days, whenever a bank used to open, that payment would have been possible. So right now, see the advantage that we are having with respect with UPI. So these are some of the example which can make infrastructure projects successful, and also with help of digital transformation like be it AI, be it usage of IoT, that is Internet of Things, usage of proper sensors, transducers, and of course with that comes our proper communication technology. Right now we are progressing ourselves with 5G. The data that will be moving from one place to another place will be very fast and better in decision making also with faster data that we are collecting. So that's it.
One more point, that is the project management. Where we are lagging, there is a lot of software where we can manage the project properly. What is the India biggest challenge? The project management. Project management is the biggest challenge for infrastructure project because we have got a lot of things which are not defined at the start of project, and that comes. So this is why a proper project management software like your Primavera, these all will help you to monitor the project, and project will completed in time. Project may be completed before the time, so you are getting much more. This is extra other than what your Abhishek has already explained. Thank you.
So one more question is there from Mr. Vedant again. So he is looking for examples where artificial intelligence is powering the infrastructure sector. Like any examples that you can give, or it's already happening.
So Abhishek has already given one example, and he can give one more example.
Okay, another example that I want to highlight, in across the world, in electricity distribution sector, we are using smart meters, and smart meters helps us by, of course, with the usage. Like, first of all, we have to understand what is AI. AI is a tool. It is a processing tool of what? Lots and lots of big data. Big data means high volume, at high velocity the data is flowing. It is have to be veracity, that is, it have to be reliable and valid in nature, and variety of data. Now, when varieties of data with huge volume comes, processing of data becomes a tough one. The traditional decision making tool might not help us in processing the data, because out of the data we have to create information. And here comes the AI. AI helps us in big data analysis, where variety of high volume data are there. So understand where we cannot use AI. AI can be used everywhere across the industry, be it in first in say in power industry, be it in oil and gas sector, be it our roadway sector, creating a good proper roadway safety plan for environment impact assessment. Anywhere this sort of AI tools can be used, understand, for processing of data. We can, like I have given the example of drone. Through drone, what we are doing? We are collecting the data, but at the back end, a processing is taking place. And that processing can be done with the help of artificial intelligence to create a proper information, a proper knowledge base out of that raw data that we are collecting. So AI can be used across each and every industry.
Yes, AI
Thank you
can be
so much,
used in
sir.
aviation. AI can be used in power sector. What is the power requirement of Delhi? What is the how much planes should flow in between Bombay to Delhi, Bombay to Calcutta, Bombay to this? These all are. I'm giving this a crude example. Thank you.
So there is one more question related to, the course itself. So, Ms. Purnima is asking that should she enroll for an online MBA, or should it be a campus MBA? Is the curriculum same? You have talked about it, and I may just add a point that here we are not only teaching just like course curriculum, but we are also imparting skills for corporate build up. But sir, if you would like to mention or answer this question.
Yes, normally, without any doubt, offline is much better because you are seeing the teacher. But suppose you are working somewhere, you have some constraint, then online course is as good as that. Suppose if you are working in a organization, you cannot take 2 year leave. You cannot leave without your salary. You cannot. So we have to think the constraint. What are the constraint? Suppose I have my family. I cannot leave my family. I have to do my research. I have to do my knowledge building. What I have, you are told, na, I have almost 30 degree. Out of my 30 degree, 25 I have taken online because I'm working in Tata's. I'm working in your NPTA, National Power Training Institute. I'm working in UPS. So I cannot go and attend a course in Pondicherry, but I can do through the online. So it depends upon the constraint. On particular for infrastructure, we have currently we don't have a offline plan. Infrastructure, we are only have the online courses. So for infrastructure, without any doubt, we will have this only availability. There is no availability of offline course, face-to-face course in infrastructure. Got my point? So that is why this is only available, and this is one of the best plan, best program for career building in infrastructure because funds are coming. Your government is willing to do, but what is the lacking? There is a right professional are not there. Suppose I want to implement a smart city, but there is a nobody. There is an engineer for technology. There is advocate for law. There is a finance professional for finance. But there is a nobody who integrate all three. So that is the manpower is lacking in infrastructure. If you ask me why the project is not coming in time, one of the major part is the coordinator who can coordinate between different departments. Suppose you are a very good engineer, you are doing good, but you don't know what are the finance is doing, and you are not. So those coordination, this MBA infrastructure course is very good, and I think India required at least 10 lakh of infrastructure people in by 2030. 10 lakhs. Well, how much we are going, we are developing, we required a lot of people. What we are doing? We are giving promotion to supervisor and all these as an infrastructure manager. But they don't know the three basic aspects of infrastructure. So their performance is lacking. So in my opinion, sector has a lot of opportunity, a lot of opportunity. What you required, you had to make your strength better and better. Got my point? And depending upon in your offline, online, without any doubt, offline is better. But seeing your limitation, suppose if I see my 80% degree are online because I could not leave my place. I could not take a leave. So that is why you see your constraint, and in given constraint, the opportunity of online education is much better than for a normal people who is working or who is some family background or some problem who could not afford all this. Okay? Sure. Yes.
Sir, thank you so much for answering these questions that has been put out there. I have got one follow-up question again from Mr. Vedant. He was asking, something related to the course curriculum. Related to this whole idea of the course curriculum and how is it going to be there in the online platform. And you being one of the senior experts with UPS on formerly CC for a long period of time, so what would be your response related to like if EMBA and infrastructure management have got something to AI, which is now the emerging trend for infrastructure management? So would you like to answer that?
Chalo, I think it will be if AI come, Abhishek is much better. But I think we have all the parts. We have something in written in the course, and we have complemented through our online teaching. Always remember this is the two part. One is your course curriculum. In course curriculum cannot be revised every time, but there is a if you are not attending the classes, you are not listening us, it is a half done, half from the course material and half from the we are talking the classes. And I also think the question by a student is also one of the part. Suppose we are talking something, I'm talking you what is the infrastructure, and then your question is not coming, then again your learning is half. So there is a three component. One is your course material, second is teaching by a student, third queries by a student. So we are think if you are doing all three parts, you are attending all the classes, you are interacting with teachers, you are not going teacher to move without clarification. It is a complete matter. I have already given example. All the head of the states in Uttarakhand has gone through the course, and you can understand the value. Suppose it is not a chance. All the head of states in infrastructure in Uttarakhand are have done EMBA from UPS. So it is not a chance because we have talked about the lot of leadership part. Suppose there is a 10 matter given in the book, 5 matter extra we are talking in the class. So you cannot say one way one course material is complete, other way our classes are only. So it is a mix of these two is going to complement each other. We are made for each other, course material and teaching. And also I am giving third point, questions by students. Okay. Yes.
Sir, thank you so much. Just, a quick comment if I could get from Professor Abhishek. if he would like to mention something, about for the online MBA aspirants who are here, if he would like to suggest something.
Always participate in the online discussion. Whenever there will be a discussion, try to participate and think practically that if we are teaching something, how that can be used in real life. We have to think at it. We have to introspect ourselves that how we can use it. Then only our understanding and of our knowledge that we are studying, we can gain out of it. That's the thing. So participate and think practically. That will be my tips.
Thank you so much, Abhishek sir. Last and final question to Dr. Anil. Sir, if you would just like to reflect and give your opinions on why someone should choose UPS on or join at this institution.
There are, I have already given first experienced teacher, experienced teacher who is a academic and your practical experience. Third, very good platform where we can have a very good material, very good interaction. Somebody asks to call us, he can get a time. We even on Sunday we will talk to them. Only he has to take a WhatsApp. Okay, I said want to talk to you. Third, there is a very good course material which updated every times. And above all, other than UPS, there is a nobody has a complete gambit of infrastructure. In our, we have MBA in power, we have MBA in oil and gas, we have MBA in logistics, we have MBA in aviation, we have MBA in all gambit of your infrastructure. Suppose I am taking a class in MBA power, I am taking a class in logistics, I am taking a class in your aviation. So I am getting three kind of experience, and those experience I am clubbing for my MBA infrastructure. You can have MBA infrastructure somewhere, but you cannot have all kind of infrastructure separate courses, and there is a integrated course like MBA infrastructure management. This is integration of all kind of course. Suppose we are also every time we are getting some new experience. Suppose if I am talking to a aviation management student, I'm also getting why the airport has been crowded, because we have not utilized AI for the new airports. So these all things we are getting, and those whatever experience we are getting, everything clubbed into an integrated program, which is MBA infrastructure management. This is the mother of all infrastructure. Got my point? So that is why you choose MBA. First, experienced faculty. Second, there is a course coordinator, there is a program director which is taking care, which is connecting between you and teacher. Third, there is a good course material. Fourth, good delivery of course. Fifth, we are ready to, and a course coordinator like you is ready to clarify their doubt. If needed, they will connect with the teachers and teacher will talk to you. He is everyone who is in the infrastructure course, they will connect to Manojit and he will arrange meeting and all this. So that is the dedicated person is there. So that is the advantage of UPS. Okay.
Sir, thank you so much for clarifying the importance of why UPS online education is trying to create a difference. And just to mention for all those who are present in the webinar as well, we are trying to build knowledge not just based on curriculum, but with the experts such as Anil sir and Abhishek sir, who are part of the faculty itself and who always are going to be there for you and curricular building. So first and foremost, sir, let me thank you so much for spending time and giving valuable insights on the infrastructure related questions. And thank you, Abhishek sir, as well for spending your time and giving valuable insights on all the queries that have come in. And as for all the participants who are present here today, if they have further more queries, they can of course go to UPS online on .in and can find all their queries being out there, which is solved with all the course material and everything. So thank you once again, Anil sir, for your wonderful insights, and thank you, Abhishek sir. I hope this was a wonderful discussion and lot of queries related to infrastructure related issues have been solved. And I end this session here and wishing everyone a very happy Diwali from UPS on and UPS family. I am ending the webinar here.
Happy Diwali to all the participants and our future students, probable students. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.